afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Harrison County. You know better than that, Edward.
Harrison County.
Well, welcome everybody to Harrison County High School Baseball. I'm Jim Swinford, coming to you from the Hilltop in a continuing action in the Harrison Memorial Hospital Invitational. Right now, the Thoroughbreds are playing West Jessamine, and there's a 3-2 count on Hayden Brock, who's leading off this game. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, so a good start to the contest. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. That'll bring Maverick Napier, the center fielder, to the plate.
Maverick Napier.
On the mound for Harrison County today, Cooper Slade, pitching for the first time since he threw against LaRue County back last week. The wind and his first pitch to Napier is sent into right field for a base hit. And the throw comes in from right field, and they got Napier, who thought he had an easy time of it going down the first base line, did not really start trucking until it was too late. And coming in behind the play, Harrison County's Donovan Walker throws him out 9-3. So 2 outs now in the inning for Braxton Frankenberger. Frankenberger, the designated hitter, batting for the pitcher Asher Love. Frankenberger on the season, batting .305. He's got 6 doubles, a home run, and 12 RBIs. First pitch is going to be taken outside for ball 1. This is the third game of the day here in the McDonald's Invitation, or not the McDonald's, Harris Memorial Hospital Invitational. Back early this morning, Harrison County defeated Newport Catholic 12-2 and 6. Second game, Lloyd Memorial beat Newcath 15-0 in 3. The wind and the next delivery is a fly ball into center field, going back Vaughn towards the fence, and right at the edge of the warning track is able to bring the ball in for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down as we head to the bottom of the first. Your score, West Jessamine 0 and Harrison County coming to bat. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations, you're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Hilltop, Harrison County is able to retire. The West Jessamine Colts in order in the top of the first. Now we'll see what our guys can do against Asher Love, who's pitching today for West Jessamine. Leading off for the Breds will be Ian Hopkins over at third base. He'll be followed by the shortstop, Blake Green. Third place batter and pitcher is Cooper Slade. He'll be followed in the cleanup spot by the right fielder, Donovan Walker. Batting fifth will be the first baseman, Jordan Persinger. He'll be followed by the catcher, B.J. Napier. In the seventh spot, the second baseman, Russ Persinger. Batting eighth, Dre Roberts, who's DHing for the center fielder, Sean Vaughn. And rounding out the batting order today for the Breds will be the left fielder, Easton Martin. So once again for the Breds, Hopkins, Green, Slade, Walker, Jordan Persinger, Napier, Russ Persinger, Roberts, and Martin. Defensively for West Jessamine, Kellen Dzicki is behind the plate with Blake Buhner at first and Eli Scott at second. Brent Kidwell is at third with Hayden Brock at short. And left to right in the outfield, Drew Harden, Maverick Napier, and Coleman Cheek, all backing up Asher Love's pitching. Love on the season, making his 6th appearance, all starts. He's thrown 20 innings this year, giving up 20 hits and 8 walks while striking out 21. He's given up 11 runs, 8 of which have been earned, and an ERA of 2.80. Hopkins leads off for the Thoroughbreds. The first pitch is delivered, and it's going to hit him. Bounced up and hit him right in the shin. So Hopkins gets the free pass down to first base. The 4th time this season he's been hit by a pitch. They'll bring Blake Green to the plate. Green now batting .390, 7 doubles. He also has 3 home runs and has collected 12 RBIs. Also leads the team in runs scored with 30. Squares to bunt, brings the bat back as the pitch is going to be taken for a strike. Yikes. So 0-1 the count to Green. Over at third base, Kidwell several steps in on the infield grass. Over at first base, Hopkins being held on by Blake Buhner. Dzicki flashes the sign to the mound. And the pitch is going to be high and outside. This count goes to 1-1. The most recent game we played here at the Harris Memorial Hospital Invitational pitted Lloyd Memorial and West Jessamine. West Jessamine had to go to extra innings to win 9-6 in 8. Next pitch is going to be down low. This count goes to 2-1. Last night, of course, Harrison County able to defeat Lloyd Memorial 8-0, while the second game, Newcath beat West Jessamine 3-1. Good size lead at first base by Hopkins. And the pitch to Green is sent high and hard, deep left field. Going back hard, and this ball's gone. Home run for Blake Green. His 4th of the season. And Harrison County goes up by a score of 2-0 as Green touches them all coming around the diamond. I'm going to say it was a no-doubter from the time it left the bat, but it sounded awfully good. And it sailed over the left field fence. All right. Good way to start things off here in the final game of the Harris Memorial Hospital Invitational. Coming to the plate now will be Cooper Slade. Slade on the season, now batting .481. Has 6 doubles and a triple, 14 RBIs. Also leads the team in hits with 26. The wind and Love's pitch to the plate is going to sail up high for ball 1. Slade steps back in the batter's box. As Love gets the sign from Dzicki as the next pitch is taken at the knees for a strike, evening up the count at 1-1. Working quickly on the mound, Love to the plate. Here's a fly ball into left. Going back near the warning track is Drew Harden, and he's able to bring it in for out number 1. That'll bring Donovan Walker to the plate. Walker out in right field, as is his norm. Walker now batting .386 on the year. Has 5 doubles, 8 home runs, including 1 in the game earlier today. He also leads the team in RBIs with 30. Those 8 home runs tied for 6th most in the state. The wind and the first pitch to him from Love is going to be low and outside for ball 1. Harrison County 19-2 on the season, while West Jessamine will enter the game with a record of 10-14. Next pitch bounces up there. As the count will go now to 2 balls and no strikes. Walker steps back into the batter's box as he wheels the bat around. The wind and the pitch is going to be up high once again for ball 3. 3-0 the count now to Walker. Over at third base, Kidwell a couple of steps in on the infield grass. The wind and the 3-0 taken all the way by Walker for ball 4. for Donovan. That is his 12th walk of the season. That's third most on the team. I'll bring Jordan Persinger to the plate. Jordan, the left-handed batter as well.
17, Jordan Persinger.
Jordan batting .292 now with 4 doubles and a home run and 15 RBIs. First pitch swinging, a little looper that's off the glove of the third baseman Kidwell, and he will not have a play. You know, that ball had a lot of English on it as it came spinning off of the bat, and just a difficult play for Jordan Persinger. We'll call it an error, however, as our good luck charm is returned. Doug Miller back with us. Not yet, but we're working on it. Already got a home run.
Number 30, BJ.
So with the runners now on first and second, BJ Napier at the plate. First pitch to him is going to be inside for ball 1. Napier on the year, batting .275, has 6 doubles, a home run, and 20 RBIs. Runners take their leads at second and first, and the pitch is going to be inside and low for ball 2. Harrison up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Napier adjusts the batting gloves and steps back into the batter's box. Nice sunshiny day. This next pitch is up high. Temperature probably in the 80-degree range. As Napier sees the count go to 3-0. I imagine he'll be taking all the way on this pitch. A base hit into the outfield will almost certainly score Walker. 3-0 taken all the way as we assumed, and it's going to be called a strike. This count goes to 3-1. Couple of practice swings by our catcher. Stands back in there. And the pitch is a foul ball out of play. It's a slice. This count goes full at 3-2. Napier gets the sign from Coach Whitaker in the third base coaching box before stepping back in. Runners on first and second and 1 out. 3-2 count on the batter. And the payoff pitch is up high, ball 4. And that'll load the bases with thoroughbreds with just 1 out. Harrison County already ahead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first for Russ Persinger. Russ has a grand slam and also another base hit with the bases loaded. 2 for 2 in these situations this year. Here's a visit to the mound by one of the coaches for West Jessamine. The head coach is Austin Kearns.
Number 9, Russell Persinger.
Russ Persinger on the year, now batting .447. Has a double, a triple, a home run, 25 RBIs, which is second most team. On the mound over, and a quick meeting between the battery. Is going back to behind the plate, Dzicki. And stepping to the plate will be Persinger. Russ, as we said, 2 for 2 in bases loaded situations this year. Like to see one fly over the fence. From the stretch, the pitch by Love is going to be right down Main Street for a strike. Okay, there was the home run pitch. Now we'll pick you out another one that might go for a gapper somewhere. Look at the runners, and the pitch is outside and low. Evens up the count at 1-1. Reds have battered opponents' pitching mercilessly over the last several games since that 3-2 loss to LaRue. Next pitch is down low. Runs the count to 2-1. The Reds have won by scores of 18-1, 14-4, 8-0, 12-0. So the next pitch is taken for a strike, evening up the count at 2-2. And now time called by Dzicki, as I think there might be some miscommunication. Dzicki, not the regular catcher, but their regular catcher caught both of the earlier games and now is getting a little bit of a rest. Now I think that the battery is back in sync as Dzicki will return to behind the plate. Harrison County leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the first, but threatening to score some more with the bases packed. And a 2-2 count on Russ Persinger. From the stretch, the break-even pitch is a pop fly out of play over on the left side, so the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Russ Persinger batting .417 this year with a 2-strike count on him. That's a really good average for that kind of situation. And the 2-2 once again is a bouncer to short. Flip of the ball from Brock to Scott. The throw to first base will not be in time. Coming home to score will be Walker as Harrison County takes a 3-0 lead on the RBI fielder's choice by Russ Persinger. Color in another box. Give Persinger the RBI. Dre Roberts, the DH, will now come to the plate. Batting for the center fielder, Sean Vaughn. And the first pitch to him is going to be high and inside. Here's a throw down to second as Sean Vaughn got in between first and second. And when the ball got thrown to between first and second to the second baseman, coming home to score will be Jordan Persinger. And all hands are still safe. Boy, can't beat that. 4-0 your score. Harrison County up here in the bottom of the first. A runner down at second base with Roberts at the plate still. Roberts wiggles the bat over his right shoulder. The next pitch is going to be low and inside for ball 2. Roberts on the season, now batting .367. Has a couple of doubles, a home run, and 13 RBIs. A look back at second base at Russ Persinger, and the pitch is going to be outside. Dezicki tried to frame it, but it was well outside as the count goes to 3-0. Roberts stands back in, his team already ahead 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. Senior levels the bat, crowds the plate a little bit, and the pitch is going to be at the knees for a strike. Roberts taking all the way on that 3-0 delivery. Now he's ready. 2 outs in the inning, 4 runs in. Wind starting to blow out towards right center as the next pitch is taken on the inside part of the plate for strike 2, loading up the count. Roberts looks down to Coach Whitaker. Roberts batting .375 with a 2-strike count on him. And the payoff pitch is going to be poked foul down to Shirley Field. The count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Reds will be back in action on Tuesday when we'll have Bishop Brossart come down from Alexandria. Harrison County's already beaten Bishop Brossart this year 10-0 in 6 up at their place back in March. Next pitch is going to be outside for ball 4. So runners on first and second for the Breds as the 9th place batter comes to the plate. And Easton Martin, and now a visit to the mound means the end of the day for Asher Love. So while the new pitcher takes his warm-ups, your situation is this. We are in the bottom half of the first inning. Harrison County already leads 4-0. There are 2 outs and 2 on. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For the West Jessamine Colts will be Gage Struble.
Gage Struble.
So put Gage Struble on my defensive chart as the new pitcher. Struble making his 5th appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 7 in the 3rd innings, giving up 4 hits and 5 walks while striking out 9. He's given up 5 runs, 2 of which have been earned. Has a record of 1-0 and an ERA of 1.91. So he's been called to try and put out the fire that has already been started by Asher Love. Asher threw 32 pitches to those 8 batters he faced. Now Martin will be the first victim for Gage Struble. Talking about next week's schedule, Bishop Brosser coming in on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we'll get back on the road after this 8-game homestand to take on the Indians of Montgomery County. That'll be at 5:30. Then on Friday, that'll be alumni night. If you want to come and swing a bat, come about 5 o'clock. There's going to be a picture at 6:15. Then the Breds will play Bryan Station at 6:30. Dezicki flashes the sign to the mound. And the pitch is a pop-up foul, and now to play the right side for strike 1. Looking up in the sky, the moon is out. I'm sure that means something to somebody somewhere. Good crowd on hand for today's game. Excellent weather. Look back at second base, and the pitch by Struble is swung on and missed for strike 2. 0-2 the count to the Breds left fielder. I don't think I gave you his stats on the air. Batting .310, has 4 doubles, a homer, and 9 RBIs. I look back at second base, and the pitch is going to be on the outside corner for strike 3, and that will end the inning. But Harrison County comes up with 4 runs in the frame. They did it on the strength of just 1 base hit. That the 2-run home run by Green. There was 1 error, and 2 men were left on base. We're heading now to the top of the second with your score. Harrison County 4 and West Jessamine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Mary Todd Ashbrook today at 859-588-1520 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
101.3 FM.
Now batting, number 23.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County up 4-0 as we start the top of the second inning. It'll be the middle third of the order. Blake Buhner, Drew Harden, and Brant Kidwell against Cooper Slater. A shot foul down the left side for strike 1. I had forgotten to save something about it because it's not on the calendar I have here. It's on my regular calendar, but I wasn't looking at it. Anyway, Harrison County will play Nicholas County here. It's a makeup game on Monday. That game's scheduled to start at 5:15. Wind, and the next pitch is going to be high and inside. This count goes even at 1-1. So come on up to the Hilltop. Harrison County already owns a victory over Nicholas County, 14-4. That was over in Carlisle this past week. Here's a pop-up that is going to be close to being out of here, and it is going to be a foul ball out of here. So the count will go to 1-2. Cynthiana Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. So Nicholas Monday, Brossart Tuesday, Montgomery County on Wednesday. Next pitch is going to sail high as the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Should give you Slade's numbers on the year. This next pitch is down low for ball 3. Making his 7th appearance, his 7th start. He's thrown 33 2/3 innings, giving up 29 hits, only 6 walks while striking out 27. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. Cooper's given up 7 runs, 6 of which have been earned. Has a record of 5-1 and a really nice ERA of 1.25. And opponents are only batting .223 against him. Drew Harden to the plate now, the left fielder. Harden batting .241 on the year. Has 3 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 11 RBIs, which is second best on the team. First pitch is out of the strike zone for ball 1. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, left to right. So the next pitch is a fly ball into center field. Vaughn has a beat on it, and Fighting the Sun is able to make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for Brent Kidwell. Kidwell, the third baseman.
Now batting, number 46, Brant Kidwell.
He's a junior, averaging 182 on the year. Does have 3 doubles and 3 RBIs, however. Try and get a 2-out rally started here in the second. First pitch swinging is a foul ball down to Shirley Field for strike 1. Harrison County leads 4-0 with 4 runs in the first. Brad's searching for that magic 20th win. Next pitch is fouled straight back as the count goes 0-2 on Kidwell. Kidwell. There's a lot of Kidwells over in Grant County. Wonder if he's related to them. Taps the plate with his bat. Is flashing the sign to the mound, Napier, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That was a good fastball that Kidwell was way behind. So another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. 3 up and 3 down. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Your score remains Harrison County 4 and West Jessamine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small-town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Katie Bowman today at 859-595-4234 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, we're heading to the bottom of the second inning of this contest, the 6th and last of the games played in this year's Harris Memorial Hospital Classic. Harrison County with a couple of wins already in this tournament, beating Lloyd Memorial last night 8-0, and earlier this morning defeated Newport Central Catholic 12-2 in 6 innings. Top of the order coming up for Harrison County here in the second against Gage Struble, who will begin his first full inning of work in relief of the starter, Asher Love, who he replaced with 2 outs last inning. Hopkins was hit by a pitch and later scored in the first. First pitch by Struble is a pop-up into right field, chasing after it the center fielder Napier, and near the fence, drops the ball. Heading on into second base on the 2-base error is Hopkins. Not sure what happened out there to Napier, but as soon as he got close to the fence, maybe he kind of had a hard time judging how close he was. Anyway, dropped what should have been a routine fly ball. So with a runner on second and nobody out, Blake Green returns to the plate. Green cranked a home run over the left field fence his first time up. for Blake, his 4th home run, which is 2nd on the team. A look back at second by Struble. And the first pitch to Green is going to be across the letters for a strike. He squared the bunt, but then brought the bat back when he thought the ball was going to be out of the strike zone, when indeed it was right on the edge. Green had his 9-game hitting streak snapped in the earlier game today, so starting a new one today. Over at first, Buhner sneaking in on the infield grass. Squaring to bunt is Green, and this is going to hit him in the helmet. So, good thing for helmets. Green will get a free pass down to first base. For Green, that is the 3rd time this season he's been hit by a pitch. So a 2 on and nobody out. Cooper Slade to the plate. Slade a fly ball out to left field, his first time up.
Batting number 16, Cooper Slade.
Slade stands in as Struble looks in to get the sign before taking out. Look back at second at Hopkins. Squaring to bunt is Slade. The pitch is going to be ball. Here's a throw down to second base, so they get the back end of that double steal, as Green is caught stealing for only the 2nd time this season. But as we said, Hopkins moves to 3rd. Since the back end of that steal, the double steal attempt, was tagged out, there is no steal for Hopkins. 1-0 the count to Slade. Infield moves in for the Colts. And the pitch is going to be right across the knees for a strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Squaring to bunt is Slade. The pitch is going to be high, however. The count goes to 2-1. Well, earlier this week, today was kind of iffy as far as the rain was concerned, and I think we got some rain early on, but right now, perfect weather. Next pitch is fouled off and out of play by Slade. The count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slade on the year batting .455 with runners in scoring position. Trying to up that average a little bit, although that average is very good. Trying to get Hopkins home. 1 out in the inning. That runner at 3rd, and the pitch is a little pop fly into shallow left field. Diving for it, but unable to make the catch is Brock. And coming on home to score will be Hopkins on the wind-aided single. So let's give Slade a RBI to make the score 5-0. Have a courtesy runner down at first base.
Donovan Walker.
Left field, shallow left, I'll call it. As Donovan Walker steps to the plate, the runner at first base being held on by the first baseman Buhner. Glance over to first base by Struble as he goes into the stretch. And the pitch is going to be on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Actually a very good pitch. Walker cranking his 8th home run of the season earlier in that win over Newport Central Catholic. Next pitch is sliced foul to the left side. So the count will go to 0-2. Walker rubs some dirt on his batting gloves and on the bat itself before stepping into the batter's box. Crowding the plate somewhat. A look over to first base by Struble. And the pitch is going to be on the outside corner for strike 3. Yeah. So with 2 outs, Jordan Persinger returns. Jordan reached on an error back in the first, later
Now
stole
batting
home.
17,
Struble trying to get out of the inning without any more trouble. He's already given up 1 run. So the first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Outfield playing straight away. Left fielder Drew Harden playing in very deep near the edge of the bank. Next pitch is high and outside again. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Jordan Persinger. Brett's 19-2. West Jess 10-14. Leveling the bat over his left shoulder is Jordan, and the pitch is going to be outside once again. The count goes to 3-0. I doubt that at this early juncture of the game that Persinger will be swinging at whatever comes close. He'll probably take it all the way. But we shall see as Dzicki flashes the sign to the mound. And the pitch is going to be high and inside for ball 4. So down to second base will go Easton Reynolds. And, of course, Jordan Persinger now with the walk on first for B.J. Napier. Napier walked his first time up.
Now batting number 30.
Napier with that 6 RBI night last night with a double and a home run. The double coming with the bases loaded. First pitch to him here is going to be a little bit high for a ball. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and the Phillies. Timeout called by Napier. So he wants to take a practice swing. Easton Reynolds down at second base. Jordan Persinger at first. And the pitch is fouled off. This count goes 1-1. Napier adjusts the batting gloves, spits on them just to make for sure. And now we'll stand in there. A base hit should score 1. A gapper will score 2. 5-0 Harrison County up. And the pitch is going to be very low. Makes the count 2-1. Phillies off this weekend. They've got a record of 23-4 and have won 10 in a row. Their next game will be at Madison Central on Monday. 6 o'clock start. And then Tuesday here on the Hilltop, a big game as Frederick Douglass comes to town. Here's a shot down the left field line, but foul by about a couple of feet. So the count evens up at 2-2. The Phillies will then play here at home against Connor on Wednesday. Phillies, one of the top 10 teams in the state, and for good reason. Especially with that Class 2A state tournament title they won just last weekend down at Owensboro. Check of the runners, pitch to the plate. A check swing by Napier. He did not check in time, and that'll be strike 3. But the Thoroughbreds add another run. There was 1 base hit, 1 error, and 2 men were left on base. We're heading now to the top half of the third. Your score, Harrison County 5 and West Jessamine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. big on commitment.
Back here at the Hilltop, continuing action in the Harris Memorial Hospital Reds Baseball Invitational. Over at the track earlier this morning, looked over there at one time, and there was nothing I could see except cars and buses. The track team will also have an all-comers this coming Tuesday, which should bring along quite a few teams. The difference between an invitational and all-comers is pretty obvious. Invitation, you get invited, and all-comers is anybody who wants to come can come. So I don't think you can make it much more simple than that. So best of luck to our track people. First delivery to the plate to the batter Coleman Cheek is a fly ball to right field, going towards the line and able to make the grab out there in right field is Walker for out number 1. It just shows that even though the wind may not look like it's fluttering the American flag very hard, Walker had to go quite a bit of the ways over to the right field line to make that catch, so it was being carried a little bit. Kellen Dezicki is at the plate, the catcher. Dezicki waves the bat over his right shoulder, now slices one down to Shirley Field for strike 1. Dezicki sounds like a name from Greece. It's the only thing I can think of is Kellen Dezicki. Oh, yeah, Dezicki. John Travolta as Kellen Dezicki. Next pitch is taken at the knees for a strike as the count goes to 0-2. I shouldn't make fun. That's one of my wife's most favorite movies. So I have gotten to watch it a few times. The 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 3. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. That's the 4th of the day for Slade. So with 2 outs and nobody on, the 9th place batter, Eli Scott, will come to the plate. Scott playing at second base. Let's see, Scott on the year batting .213. Does have a home run and 5 RBIs. So the first pitch is outside for ball 1. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan to visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. The wind and the next pitch is sent into left field. Martin going back, reaches up and makes the grab for out number 3. So for the 3rd inning in a row, the Colts go down 1-2-3. And that'll send us to the bottom of the 3rd. Your score remains Harrison County 5 and West Jessamine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Doug Hampton today at 859-588-7120 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
With 4 runs in the first, powered by the 2-run homer by Blake Green, and a single run in the second, which was an unearned run, has given Harrison County this 5-0 lead. Russ Persinger, Dre Roberts, and Easton Martin will be the 3 coming to the plate for the Reds here in this inning. Well, the tennis team today was playing over at GRC in Winchester, so hopefully our tennis team beat up the Cardinals a bit. On Tuesday, our tennis team returns home as they'll host Montgomery County. And then on Thursday, the tennis team will have a match here on the Hilltop against St. Patrick. So head on over and support your tennis team, as you've got a couple of opportunities to do that this coming week. As we said, the track team had their track invitational earlier today, and on Tuesday we'll be hosting an all-comers. Also tonight, here in about a half an hour, Starry Night will be beginning up at the high school auditorium. all the talent that you could ever wish for from the 12 grades in Harrison County schools. Should be a real blast. It always has been how talented a group of students we have here at Harrison County. Alrighty, Russ Persinger had an RBI fielder's choice his first time up. First delivery here is down low for ball one. Back on the mound for his first full inning of work in relief, Gage Struble, who took over for Asher Love with 2 outs in the first. Wind, and the next pitch is going to be taken up high as the count goes to 2-0 on the left-handed hitting second baseman for the Breds. Wheels the bat around as Dzicki flashes a sign to Struble. And the pitch is sliced foul down the left side. So the count goes to 2-1. Russ having a very solid year for the Thoroughbreds this year. Batting .447, which is second best on the team. From the stretch, Struble's pitch is going to be taken outside, running the count to 3-1 on the leadoff batter for the Breds here in the bottom of the third. Here at the Harris Memorial Invitational. Struble gets the sign, and the pitch is way outside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk surrendered to Russ Persinger gets things going for the Breds here in the third. As Dre Roberts will come to the plate. Roberts, the designated hitter, batting for the center fielder, Sean Vaughn. He walked his first time up.
Dre Roberts.
Roberts, a senior, one of 6 seniors that will be honored on senior night, which, if you're looking ahead, will be on May the 6th. So come on up and honor those 6 seniors. Here's a bunt attempt back to the mound, wheeling around and throwing the ball to second base to the shortstop, Brock. That's what Struble did, and they were able to retire the lead runner as the bunt was a little bit too hard. So the out goes 1-6 on that fielder's choice if you're scoring with us at home. And Easton Martin will come to the plate now. Martin struck out to end the first inning.
Number 20, Easton Martin.
And now the coach for West Jessamine, Austin Kearns, having a discussion with the field umpire. He may be arguing interference on Russ Persinger coming in on a slide, but evidently Coach Kearns thinks that it could have been interference. Now he's saying, can you ask the home plate umpire? And the field umpire says, sure, I'll ask him. So those two will get together and make a determination if that might be a double play. The meeting in between the mound and home plate, and the field umpire says, nope, everything's cool. The lead runner's out, but the second runner, the batter, gets to stay on base. So Martin will come to the plate now. For over 70 years, Weber Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Over at first base, Roberts being held on by Buhner. A bunt attempt by Martin is bunted through for strike one. This is the 6th meeting between Harrison County and West Jessamine in baseball. Harrison County leads the series 3-2. The last meeting, though, came back in April of 2018, some 8 years ago, with West Jessamine winning 11-3. Here's a chopper foul to the left side. This count goes 0-2. You thought with as close a proximity these two schools are and as rich a tradition as both have that we would have played more than 6 times, but not the case. Anymore, I think West Jessamine kind of reaches down to the 12th region more than the 11th for their competition. Next pitch is fouled straight back. This count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Martin. We'll take a look at the baseball, and the home plate umpire will put it back in his pocket. Next time we need an extra baseball. 1 on, 1 out for the Breds here in the bottom of the third. They lead 5-0 with Martin at the plate and an 0-2 count on him. Check of the runner by Struble, and the pitch is swung through and missed for strike 3. So a 2K day for Martin takes us back to the top of the order, and Ian Hopkins. Hopkins has been on base twice, was hit by a pitch and scored in the first, reached on an error and scored in the second. Hopkins looks down to Coach Whitaker for the sign. Over at first base, Roberts still being held on by Buhner. Roberts with 4 steals this year. First pitch is swung on and fouled straight back to the press box for strike 1. Once again, the catcher Dezicki looking at the ball and flips it to the umpire, who once again thinks it's okay to play. As Hopkins will stand back in the batter's box after getting the sign. A lot of room on the right side in the infield because of Buhner holding the runner on. If we can get Hopkins to go the opposite way. Now a throw to first, but not in time. Cynthia and Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Long look down to Coach before Hopkins stands back in. And the 0-1 pitch is going to be down low and pops away from the catcher. So on down to second base on the wild pitch will go Roberts. So a runner in scoring position for the Thoroughbreds for Hopkins. There are 2 outs. Hopkins on the year with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, 6 for 9. It's a .667 batting average, folks. So a good guy to have at the plate for this situation. Next pitch is going to be taken up high and outside for ball 2. Hopkins leading off for a reason because he's very adept at getting on base. And just a freshman. Outfield straight away for him. Left fielder Harden very deep. Here's a pop fly into shallow center. Major league pop-up being tracked by Napier, who will make the grab for out number 3. No runs in the inning. There was no hits, no errors, and 1 man was left on base. We're heading now to the top of the 4th. Your score, Harrison County 5 and West Jasmine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Ronnie Brown today at 502-542-1984 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
All right, as we begin the 4th inning, your numbers through 3 show West Jasmine, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, nobody left. For the Thoroughbreds, 5 runs on just 2 base hits. No errors, they've left 5 aboard. Top of the order coming up for West Jasmine, Hayden Brock, Maverick Napier, and Braxton Frankenberger. First pitch is down low to Brock for ball 1. Brock, a strikeout victim, his first time up, one of 4 of those on the day. Next pitch from Slade is going to be taken on the outside part of the plate, evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Doug, you can sometimes see the reflection through the window if you look at it from the side. Here's a pop fly down the right field line and out of play. This count will go to 1-2. The Reds in action tonight against Detroit. Cincinnati at 17-9 is tied for first in the Central with the Cubs. Last night, Cincinnati won 9-8. Tonight, Brady Singer goes for the Reds, 1-1 with a .532 earned run average. Meanwhile, for Detroit, Jack Flaherty, 0-1 with a 3.47 ERA. Next pitch to the plate to Brock is watched go by for a strikeout. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout that makes number 5 on the day for Slade.
Maverick Napier.
Maverick Napier to the plate now. Napier's the one that hit that ball into right field that was recovered quickly by Walker, and Walker threw him out before he could get to first base. First pitch is taken for strike 1. Napier, the center fielder, a senior. The wind by Slade, and the pitch is fouled out of play down to Shirley Field as the count will go to 0-2. The live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Palmer Hampton Realty, and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports as the next pitch is bounced foul. Count goes to 0-2. Well, I can't get over the beautiful day this is here on the hilltop of the baseball field. Next pitch is up high as the count goes to 1-2. My daughter, who works for NKU in the sports department, also had a baseball game earlier today. Unfortunately, the Norse lost 10-0 in 6 innings. Yeah, it's brutal. Here's a line drive into left field, and now skips past the left fielder, Martin, and that will allow Napier to get on down to second base. So a single and an error on the same play
Number 6, Braxton
puts a runner in scoring position for the Colts. For Braxton Frankenberger, the DH, who's batting for the pitching spot, which is presently being occupied by Gage Struble. He had a fly ball out to center field when he came to bat before. Harrison leading 5-0, but the West Jessamine Colts threatening to get their goose egg off the scoreboard. Outfield playing extremely deep for Frankenberger. And the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Frankenberger on the year batting .305. Has 6 doubles, which leads the team, a homer, and 12 RBIs, which is tops on the Colts statistics. Next pitch is going to be fouled out of play to the left side for strike 1. And now time called. Oh, the home plate umpire had to get more baseballs. Reds Hall of Fame also being celebrated today with 4 new arrivals and inductees. Aaron Harang, Brandon Phillips, Reggie Sanders, and Lou Piniella. If you're my age, those guys are superstars. Next pitch is going to be a little outside for ball 2. You know, I've mentioned it in the earlier game. Brandon Phillips did a really cool thing. Signed a 1-day contract with the Reds just so he could retire a Cincinnati Red. As Barney Fife would have said when he was drunk with some of Otis's moonshine, bless his heart. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Pitch that appeared to be both low and inside. Count evens up at 2-2 on Frankenberger. Down at second base, Napier takes his lead. He reached on a single just a batter ago. Left-handed batting Frankenberger awaits the next pitch. Now a throw back, or a fake throw, but it's not going to be sold by Napier as he stayed exactly where he was at. So Napier spins back around. Napier is senior. It's hard to do it to a senior. Seniors already kind of understand what's going on. What you need is to get like a freshman or a 8th grader who's really excited to prove that he can do the job to coach and gets a little over aggressive. Here's a high chopper to the right side. Rushing hard is Russ Persinger. He'll flip it on to brother Jordan for out number 2. Down to third base on the play went Napier, however.
Now batting number 23, Blake Buhner.
Blake Buhner at the plate now. Buhner, a strikeout victim when he came to bat before. Now the first run potentially for West Jessamine, just 90 feet away. Here in the top of the 4th, Harrison County, though, leads by a score of 5-0. First pitch is a high fly ball into right field. Coming on, fighting the sun is Walker, but he is able to make the catch for out number 3. No runs. No, there was one base hit, one error, and one man left. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Your score remains Harrison County 5 and West Jessamine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams.
Harrison County will carry a 5-0 advantage into the bottom of the 4th when Green, Slade, and Walker will come to the dish against Gage Struble, who came in with 2 outs in the first inning. The damage had already been done by the time he came in. But since the time that he has entered the contest, just 1 run has scored for Harrison County. That one was unearned. So Struble, a sophomore, doing a very good job against one of, if not the best offensive team in the state. And I say that because the Breds are averaging 11.95 runs per game. You get that kind of offensive productivity, you're going to win most of your games, which is where we are, 19-2 for Harrison County as a record is concerned. Green at the plate. He had a 2-run homer back in the first. He's also been hit by a pitch. First pitch to him is going to be down low for a ball. West Jessamine coming into the tournament, having won a couple of games, but has split their first 2 games here in this tournament. This next pitch is inside for ball 2. They do play a tough schedule. Just kind of looking around. There's Douglas, Clark County, Tates Creek, Henry Clay, Dunbar, Holy Cross out of Louisville, LCA, all strong teams normally. This next pitch is taken for a strike, and the count goes to 1-2. 2-1, excuse me. Next pitch is going to sail high, very high. This count goes to 3-1 on the leadoff batter for the Breds here in the bottom of the 4th. We'd like to pick up a couple or 3 or 4 runs. But you hate to waste a day like this being outside. Next pitch is swatted foul down the left side. This count goes full at 3-2. Green, one of those seniors that we talked about to be honored on May the 6th here on the Hilltop, just ahead of the Bracken County game. And the payoff is going to be outside ball 4. So a walk issued to Green gets things started in a good way for the good guys. As Cooper Slade will return to the plate. Cooper an RBI single his last time up. He's also had a fly ball out to left field. Over at first base, Green being held on by Buhner. Green leads the team in steals with 15 and 16 tries. Sneaking in a couple of steps on the infield grass is Kidwell at third. And now a throw over to first, but not in time. The Breds seeking their 20th win of the season against just 2 losses. A look over to first base by Struble. And now squaring to bunt, and a good bunt this time by Slade. The only play for Kidwell, the third baseman, is to throw it down to first base. And now going to third base on the play is Green. Good hustle that time by Blake on the sacrifice. So another run potentially. Now just
Now batting number
90 feet away
Donovan Walker.
for Donovan Walker. Walker walked and scored his first time up. He's also been a strikeout victim. Infield will draw in now for West Jessamine. Score still 5-0, very much still in this ball game. First pitch to Walker is a bouncer off the leg of the pitcher, Struble. His only play will be to throw the ball to first base, which he does to retire Walker. But coming home to score will be Green as Harrison County takes a 6-0 lead. That was a very fast ball that glanced off the leg of the pitcher, Struble. And now they're going to check him out to make sure he's okay. It hit right in the meat of that leg.
17, Jordan Persinger.
Give Walker the RBI. And Struble says he's okay. Surprised they don't have him throw a couple of practice pitches just to make for sure. But I guess they trust his judgment. As Jordan Persinger will come to the plate. Jordan's been on base twice. Reached on error and scored on a steal back in the first. He's also gotten on base on balls. Base is now empty with that run coming in. And the pitch is going to bounce up there for a ball. The Breds have scored in every inning except the third. 4 in the first to get things started, then single runs in both the second and fourth innings. Left-handed hitting first baseman levels the bat as Dezicki flashes the sign, and the pitch is going to be up high. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. American flag almost completely limp right now, so not much wind going on. And the pitch is slammed into right center field and will be cut off on a nice play by Napier, the center fielder, to keep Jordan Persinger to a single. But a single nonetheless with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Brings B.J. Napier to the plate. Napier has walked and struck out, so far merely a statistic.
Now batting number 30, B.J. Napier.
Napier trying to lift one out of here, much like he did in the win over Lloyd Memorial when he collected 6 RBIs. First pitch is going to be a little bit low for ball 1. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Next pitch is fouled straight back. The count evens up at 1-1. And do you see that Doug Miller did not even flinch at that ball that was coming right back at you? Napier stands back in, now steps back out and back in again. Outfield playing him pretty much straight away. And the 1-1 delivery is going to be a pop-up on the left side of the infield, calling forth the shortstop Brock, battling the sun. He's able to make the grab for out number 3. But the Thoroughbreds score another run in the inning. They collected just 1 base hit. There were no errors and 1 left. We're heading now to the top of the 5th with your score. Harrison County 6 and West Jessamine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County will carry a 6-0 lead into the top of the 5th inning. Drew Harden, Brant Kidwell, and Coleman Cheek will be the 3 batters to come to the plate. Only one batter has gotten on base so far against the pitching of Cooper Slade, and that was a single with 1 out last inning by Maverick Napier. Harden, a fly ball out to center field when he came to bat before. Trying to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, if nothing else. Here's a shot to center field, going back Vaughn near the fence. The ballpark is big enough to hold it as he's able to bring it in for out number 1. Tell you what, when the flag is limp, you don't get any carry at all up here. So 1 up and 1 down for Brant Kidwell.
46, Brant Kidwell.
Kidwell, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Wears the number 46 on the back of his jersey. The wind and the first pitch is going to be down low and outside for ball 1. The Colts in their road black uniforms with West in script across the front as the next pitch is fouled off. Harrison County in their maroon tops and their gray baseball pants with Breads in script across the front. Wheeling the bat around is Kidwell with 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch is going to be popped up foul. Chasing after it will be Napier, but he is going to run out of real estate as the count goes to 1-2. The Breads have couple of no-hitters in their pocket over the last 7 days and a 1-hitter as the pitching has been dominant. Offense has been good as well, don't get me wrong, but the pitching has been great. Next pitch is going to be outside as the count goes even at 2-2. And right now, Cooper Slade working on a 1-hitter with 1 out in the 5th. Next pitch is a check swing. Did he check in time? No, he did not. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. There are now 2 outs in the inning. Right fielder Coleman Cheek will come to the plate. Cheek, a fly ball out to left field. Wears the number 19 on the back of his jersey. Now moving a bit to go the opposite way in center field is Sean Vaughn as the first pitch is taken for a strike. The wind and the next delivery by Slade is swung on and missed for strike 2. So now Slade just 1 strike away from retiring the side in order for the 4th time in the first 5 innings. The wind and the 0-2 is up high. They tried to get him to chase a bad one, but Cheek was unwilling to do so as he steps back in. Cheek batting 0 for 5. And making now 0 for 6 on that strikeout. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. 3 up and 3 down. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Your score remains Harrison County 6 and West Jessamine nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Mary Todd Ashbrook today at 859-588-1520 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dream.
Harrison County up by a score of 6-0 as we head to the bottom half of the fifth. For the thoroughbreds scheduled to come up will be Russ Persinger, Dre Roberts, and Easton Martin, all coming up against the pitching of a new pitcher on the mound, Braxton Frankenberger. So Braxton Frankenberger is a very long name to say, and as well, Berger. Taking a look at Frankenberger's numbers on the year, just a sophomore. He's thrown, this will be his fifth appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits and 5 walks while striking out 4. He's given up 6 runs. All 6 have been earned. Has an 0-1 record and an ERA of 15.75.
Now batting number 9, Russ Persinger.
Russ Persinger at the plate. An RBI fielder's choice in that 4-run first. He's also walked. Frankenberger, a left-hander, throws the first pitch up high for ball 1. Russ on the season, batting .447, which is second best on the team. A double, a triple, a homer, and 25 RBIs, which is second best on the squad. Next pitch is going to be taken up high as the count goes to 2-0. Russ, a left-handed batter, as is his brother Jordan. And the next pitch is going to stay high as the count goes to 3-0 on Russ Persinger. Shadow of the third base dugout approaching the third base line. Dezicki flashes a sign to Frankenberger. And the pitch is going to be on the outside corner for a strike. Russ was already a step down the line thinking that was ball 4. But nope, 3-1. Now he's ready to go, though. And the 3-1 pitch is going to be up high this time. So down to first base will go Russ Persinger on the walk. Dre Roberts to the plate now. Dre has walked and reached on a fielder's choice. Roberts on the season batting .367.
Number 35.
Has a couple of doubles and a home run. 13 RBIs as well. Over at first base, Russ Persinger being held on by Buhner. First pitch to the plate is going to be low and inside for ball 1. Between Dezicki's and Frankenberger's. That'd be a good name for a restaurant. Dezicki and Frankenberger's. I'd have to develop a Frankenberger, though. Well, we already know it has to be fried bologna based. And Frank's, it could also be a hot dog. All wrapped around a burger bun. Oh. Yeah. Everything is better fried. That's a law. 1-0 the count to Dre Roberts. So the runner at first base takes his lead, and the pitch is going to be down low again. This count goes to 2-0 as the new pitcher, Frankenberger, having troubles finding the strike zone. We'll look over to first, and now the next pitch is low and inside, and will skip away from the catcher, but not far enough away for any advancement. This count goes to 3 balls and no strikes on Roberts. The DH batting for the center fielder, Sean Vaughn. Roberts gets the sign, and now we'll await the next pitch. And here it comes, and it's going to be right down the middle for a strike. Roberts was taking all the way on that pitch. Count now is 3-1. Reds trying to get some insurance runs here in the 5th inning. 6-0 seems comfortable, but you never like to be that comfortable. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2 as the count goes full. Although looking at their schedule, West Jessamine has only scored 7 or more runs 3 times this year, and those were 3 games in the first 4 of the season. Here goes the runner. The pitch is going to be high for ball 4, so no stolen base, obviously. But runners on first and second on back-to-back walks to begin the 5th. Back to the plate now. Nope. Easton Martin was heading towards the plate, but he's going to be called back. See who comes out to bat for him here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, as we may see a parade of pinch hitters the rest of the way. Still looking for someone to come out of the dugout, as whoever it was is surprised that they were going to get the bat today. I want to remind everyone that, like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and Phillies. Brock Coy will bat in Martin's place here in the 5th. Now ready to go. As the wind starts picking up again, blowing in from left center field. First pitch is way outside, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. So another run or two in scoring position for the Thoroughbreds. Brock Coy on the season is now batting 407. 407 is what he's batting. Here's a fly ball and into right field for a base hit. Coming in to score will be Reynolds. Now coming in as well and sliding in there safely will be Dre Roberts, as the catcher had difficulty hanging on to the ball as he was thinking at the same time catch it and tag the runner, and he ended up doing neither. So 8-0 is your score as the Breds put 2 more runs on the scoreboard. Yeah.
Now batting number 24.
Now Martin will go back to run at second base on that double to right field. And now a ball gets passed to the catcher with Hopkins at the plate, and on the wild pitch down to third base now. We'll go Martin, who's back in there to run. Wild pitch. So 1-0 the count to Hopkins. Corner infielders in, middle infielders back. Next pitch is going to be a little high for ball 2. Breds more and more looking as if they will win their 20th game today against just 2 one-run losses. Next pitch is going to sail high as the count goes to 3-0 on Hopkins. Hopkins this year with, look at the right thing here. Hopkins batting .526 with runners in scoring position this year. That's best on the team. Next pitch is up high for ball 4. So I'll put runners at first and second. It's coming back to the plate will be Blake Green. Green has homered, been hit by a pitch, and walked. Blake came into the game batting .390 with 7 doubles and 3 home runs. First pitch to him is very high and very wild. And on down to second base will go Hopkins. Now, if the Breds can get a base hit to score 2, we can end this game early. Breds leading right now 8-0. Next pitch is taken for a strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Green on the year, batting an even .400 with runners in scoring position. This next pitch is going to be taken for a strike, for a ball, excuse me. 2-1 the count. Next pitch is popped up foul and out of play behind us. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third for the Breds, with Green at the plate. And there's nobody out. Here's a line drive down the line, but a little bit too much pull on it as it sails out of play in foul territory. Count remains 2-2. Green on the season, batting .333 with a 2-strike count on him, which in general is pretty good. Next pitch is sailing high for ball 3. As Frankenberger continues to have trouble in his first inning of relief. The third pitcher of the day for West Jessamine. And the payoff pitch is loaded with ball 4, and that'll load the bases with thoroughbreds. That makes 4 walks in the inning issued by Frankenberger. He's only given up 1 base hit. But with the bases loaded, coming to the plate will be Cooper Slade. But first, a visit to the mound by DeZicki to talk to Frankenberger. Slade has had a fly ball out to left, an RBI single, and a sacrifice bunt as well. Slade with the bases loaded this year, 0 for 1 with a walk. But he is batting .455 with runners in scoring position, which is third best amongst the regulars. That's the one thing about this team is if a couple of people are having bad days, there are 6 others to pick up the slack. It's been that way all season. First pitch is going to be up high for ball 1. And that is a good thing to have in your favor. Multiple people that can come in at any time and get timely base hits. The 1-0 is going to be outside for ball 2. Harrison County, even some of their better teams, have struggled with timely hitting. But not this bunch. Timely hitting is their second name. As the next pitch is up high for ball 3. 3-0 the count to Slade. With Frankenberger on the mound. Infield draws in for the Colts. And the 3-0 taken all the way. Ball 4. So coming home to score will be Harrison County's Brock Coy. Actually, Easton Martin, my bad. 9-0 now the score. Give Slade the RBI on that bases on balls. So now the potential game-ending run just 90 feet away. With Donovan Walker at the plate, he walked and scored back in the 4-run first. Struck out, also has an RBI ground out back to the mound. First pitch to him here is a high chopper to the right side. The only play for the second baseman, Scott, is to throw out the runner Walker for out number 1. But coming home to score on the play is Hopkins, and that will give us an end to this ball game as Harrison County comes out on top by a final score of 10-0 in just 5 innings. So a good win. Harrison County now 20-2 on the season. Meanwhile, West Jessamine, they drop on the year to make that 10-15. Breds will enter the final 3 weeks of the season on a roll with 3 victories in this Harrison Memorial Hospital Invitational. First beating Lloyd Memorial last night 8-0. Earlier today they knocked off Newcastle 12-2 and 6. And here in this game a 10-0 score. So in the 3 games combined, Harrison County 30 runs. and that's going to get you wins most of the time. We invite you to join us for our post-game show. We'll go over all the scoring and stats. We'll also have a chat with a member of the Harrison County coaching staff, as well as name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, here at the Harrison Memorial Hospital Invitational on the Hilltop at Mack Whitaker Field, your final score in 5 innings, Harrison County 10 and West Jessamine nothing. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Katie Bowman today at 859-595-4234 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Another 4 spot in the fifth inning in which the pitcher, Braxton Frankenberger, walked 6 of the 7 batters he faced and was only able to retire 1, giving Harrison County the early victory and their 20th win of the season. Pitching-wise, another gem thrown by Cooper Slade as he goes the distance, be it all 5 innings, only allows 1 base runner, a 1-out single by Maverick Napier in the 4th. So the Thoroughbreds now have a couple of one-hit games thrown in this tournament. The other one, obviously, the other night against Lloyd Memorial when Dre Roberts threw a one-hitter. So, like I said, we brag about the offense, and the offense is worth bragging about because they do so well. But the pitching has become absolutely outstanding, and that was one of the worrisome parts coming into the season, as if we would have enough pitching. But I think that over the last week, over the regular season games and this invitational, we now know that we got some guys that can throw, and not just 1 or 2 guys, but several guys to throw as that third pitcher, which becomes vitally important in the postseason for a couple of reasons. First of all, injuries. You never know when injuries are going to happen. If you do not have a third starter, you're up a creek without a paddle. Meanwhile, an ineffective day. Sometimes pitchers just have days where they just don't get the ball over the plate. And if you have a situation like that, you have to go to a second starter that hopefully will have his stuff that day, and you need that third pitcher for that very reason as well. So I think those issues have been answered, and Harrison County can sit back and relax over the next 3 weeks and just go over situations and that kind of thing and get ready for the postseason. Taking a look at how things transpired in this game, Harrison County obviously doing all the scoring. Got things going when Ian Hopkins was hit by a pitch and then came home on Green's 2-run homer. The Braves would score another couple of unearned runs in the inning, with Jordan Persinger driving in Donovan Walker when he reached on an error. Eventually, Jordan made his way around the horn and stole home to make it 4-0 at the end of one complete. The Braves tacked on another unearned run in the second inning. Ian Hopkins led off with a fly ball to center field that was misplayed by the center fielder. And a couple of batters later, Cooper Slade brought him in with an RBI single. Brett scored another run in the fourth inning. Leading things off was Blake Green with a walk. He got sacrificed over to second. A ground ball by Walker then brought him home. And then, as we said, in that fifth inning, Harrison County had their first two batters reach on walks. A 2-run double by Brock Coy brought in 2 more runs. And then we had an RBI walk and an RBI ground out to make the final score 10-0. Joined now by assistant coach Colin Duffy. And I'll tell you what, Coach, we've talked about our offense and how very effective it has been all year. But I think we found out in the last week or so that we got some pretty darn good pitching as well.
Oh, yeah, the arms definitely showed up this weekend in the form they haven't as far as consistency in 3 straight games. You know, from day 1 Dre, day 2 Simon, to day today with Cooper. Cooper was dominant against a team that can really hit. They have 3 guys that can really hit.
Yeah, we saw that in the previous 2 games.
And when he got behind, he'd mix in his changeup. And I'll be honest with you, we probably threw 85% fastballs because he throws strikes, he keeps it down in the zone. Great. And then they were swinging.
Right.
So, and we can play defense, so nothing gets hurt there. You know?
Exactly right. Yeah, I mean, this team is just the only thing I am kind of I'm just not concerned, but just kind of looking ahead. 3 weeks left in the regular season. How do you make it that this team doesn't peak too soon?
Well, the peaking part is Coach Whitaker does a great job of this, is figuring out how to make sure the peak performance comes at the end of the season. Just like last year, we thought the same thing, and then he took us over there and scheduled us against 2 state tournament teams, and we thought we were going, we got whipped, and then all of a sudden, bam.
Right.
We played so it's a very similar scenario. And these guys, they're consistent. They're very consistent at all 3 phases of the game.
Right.
And that's what's made them successful throughout the years.
20 wins on the season. I don't know if kids these days understand, but back when I was growing up, 20 was like a golden number. If you could get to 20 wins, you had a successful season. And here we are at 20-2.
Yes, absolutely. And here, and it's, this is not unknown. I tell you, the last 5 years I've been here, this is consistency. This is what happens here. It's Brad's baseball, And that's the good part about being here and being a part of this culture and program. It's just fun.
Oh, yeah.
Even the day that lefty locked us down and then bam. And then today, this kid out there, we just battled and hit and got the job done.
Yeah, it's you make it sound easy, but it took a lot of work to get to that way.
It took a lot of work, but these guys produce and execute, and I know we're hard on them, but they continue to produce. And that, and today was a good example. Look at we got 1-0 on the board. And they got all zeros, and that's just a fun game.
Right. Yeah, I'll take those kind of games every time.
Oh, you ready? All right. Now I'm being excused.
Okay, you're being excused. If you want to use the microphone back, you're fine. All right, yeah, I know you prefer that, but talking to Colin specifically about the 20 wins, like I said, that used to be a golden number back in my day, back in your day.
Really?
Is it for the kids these days? Is it still a big thing to get to 20 wins?
Oh, it is great. It's especially 3 weeks still in the season.
Oh, yeah.
It is really good. I got a special guest up here with me, Jim. This former thoroughbred that played on the state championship team with us.
Pretty good, how are you?
He's got a boy playing for
I know. We just happen to have a picture here of you and Cindy Earl. It's probably been hanging there forever.
I'll let you talk to him.
Okay. That was good to see you, but one thing, when are you moving over here with your son?
After watching this performance today, it's fun to be back home. It's good to see. It's fun to watch good baseball. And this guy puts it out there
every day.
Regardless of if it's a freshman, an 8th grader, a senior, he puts a good product on the field every year. So it's good to be back up here and he continues to do what he does.
Oh yeah, but it's because he's produced players like you that are willing to put in the hours, put in the work. You know, he doesn't do it as much anymore, but back in your day, we might get done with a game at midnight. He'd have y'all out here doing infield at 1 a.m.
I was wondering why the water's on out here and they're not out there practicing yet. So, I mean, there's a lot of sunlight still left in the day. So, I think he's getting soft. You know, 1,000 or so wins.
Yeah.
Takes it easy on the day.
Don't worry about him getting soft. He is not getting soft, and I'm sure that the players who play for him today would think you're kidding me.
Absolutely. So it's fun to be back up here. It's fun to watch. It's good to see some old guys. It's fun to come up here and see all the names on the fence, and it is a matter of pride. And I'm proud to be back up here and proud to say that this is where I came from.
Now, what you need to do, Glenn, is this coming Friday, we have alumni night, where you get to go out there and hit the ball some. I'd love to see if you still got it.
That scares me. I can still throw it a little bit. I like to throw BP to my son, but it's getting in there and swinging. I don't know how I ever saw the ball back then. I definitely can't see it now. But I'm glad he still does that as well. It's fun to see those guys come back up here. I did it for a few years, but it's a lot harder to hit these days.
Well, that's true. But having said that, if you had seen Jerry Jenkins out here doing it, he basically embarrassed every other thoroughbred around the field, because if Jerry can do it, there's no reason why I can't do it.
Absolutely. Fun traditions up here.
Oh, yeah,
it
sure
fun
is.
To be back, like I said.
Yeah, and what are you doing these days, Glenn, real quick?
I have a lawn and landscape business in Lexington. Okay. So we've been doing it for about 18 years now.
Oh,
so
very good.
We're staying busy. It's that time of the year for us.
Free advertisement right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Give us a call.
Well, I appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.
Stay here, Glenn. I wanted to, reminisce a little bit with him. And, I think back of the many days, but one of the favorite plays I've ever had at Harrison County is seeing you make the last out of the state tournament that year.
Absolutely.
And
1998.
That's unbelievable. And those kind of memories you keep forever. And I really appreciate you coming back down here, and great to see you. And you're always welcome to Harrison County, buddy.
Great to see you as well.
Good to see you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, Glenn.
I got another guest in here.
Yes, I see.
This is unbelievable. This is the head coach at West Jessamine, but he's known for a lot more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 90s, Harrison County and Lafayette had some big matchups, and probably the two best teams in the state.
Oh, yeah.
We had to compete against this guy, and he was unbelievable back then. He was drafted first in the nation for the Reds and first round draft choice, and I've gotten to know him really well, and he's going to be a great high school coach, and it's really great that he would come back to Kentucky and give his time to work with high school kids.
Right.
And I wanted you to talk to him real quick,
okay.
too, Jim.
Real quick, Austin, do you remember your last game?
Last game?
As a high schooler.
In high school?
Yeah.
We lost in the sectional in 98. If we won, we would have played you guys.
Right.
I can't remember who.
Lost to South Laurel.
Was it South Laurel?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, the interesting thing is, maybe not wanting to think too badly of things, but all game long, South Laurel was playing straight up. Everybody where they're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But they had asked Coach Harrington if he had any advice on how to stop you specifically. Mm-hmm. And he said he always hits up the middle. Always hits up the middle. So I think there was a runner on third and 2 outs, and you were at the plate, and all of a sudden I see the defense for South Laurel going behind second.
Yep.
They
had a shift. They had a shift.
They had the shift
I was telling
on.
somebody the story the other day because I hit a line drive right back up the middle.
Right.
The kid was standing right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but strangely enough, I got to be a friend of your father's over the last few years of his life. He liked to call in to kind of catch up on Cynthiana people. So I don't even know how I got to be his contact, but it was always enjoyable talking to him because Danny had a story for everything.
Oh yeah, he loves story time. So even if you've heard him 10 or 12 times, he still loves telling the stories. But he loves Cynthiana, and he was always working the phones, wanting to talk and catch up with people. So yeah, we miss him.
He was very proud of not just you, but your grandsons as well.
Oh yeah. He's I think everybody can probably speak to that. Once you have grandkids, you kind of get pushed to the side, and the grandkids are the priority. But yeah, I've got 3 great boys, and one's in college, and got one in high school and a 7th grader. So yeah, it's a lot to be proud of.
Now, is the one in high school and the other in 7th grade, do they play baseball?
No, the one in college is playing baseball, and the 7th grader does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, where at does your college?
He's at Morehead State.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Is he enjoying it down there?
Yeah, he is. He's
Okay.
a sophomore there, and he's doing pretty well. So they had a rough year last year, but they're doing better this year.
Yeah. Of course, Coach Whitaker can speak to Morehead State baseball very well, and I'm sure he enjoyed his time there too.
Oh yeah, I saw Will Reneker too the
Oh, yeah?
last couple of days, and he went there too. So I got to catch up with Will. We played summer ball together, me, him, Kylie, and Richard Dennis.
Yeah.
For a year or two there. So yeah, it was good seeing them.
Some all-time greats right there that you
I know,
just
right?
kind of ripped off.
I know. Yeah. Good people,
Yeah.
just good people, good ball players, man. Fun dudes to play with.
Do you remember much about your T-ball days here?
I played T-ball in Lexington.
Oh, yeah.
I came up here. My dad would bring me to Coach Whitaker's camp, so I came to
gotcha.
baseball
Okay.
camps up here. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, my dad and Coach Harrington were good buddies. So
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew all about Harrison County baseball from the time I was probably 6-7 years old, and I came to games up here before I was even in middle school. My dad would bring me up here to watch baseball games.
What made you want to get into coaching?
I've kind of been an assistant the last few years with my oldest, bouncing back between my oldest and youngest, and then my oldest is in college and my youngest is coming up. He'll be in high school here, and the job opened up, so I figured, well, if we're going to do it, let's go ahead and jump in. So here we are.
Is it everything you thought it would be?
It's you scratch your head sometimes and wonder if we were a bunch of knuckleheads like this when we were younger, but it's a good group of kids. You just they need structure,
right?
And it's it's work in progress every day. You think you got it figured out, heading in the right direction one day, and the next day it's like we're starting all over. But it's what it is, man. It's teenage boys, and
right.
That's our job to keep working with them and keep pushing them in the right direction.
Well, the good thing is that West Jessamine has a great history in the program with Coach Hamilton being there. So you stepped into a very good situation.
Yeah. Made my day at the rules conference in Louisville. I got to see Coach Whitaker and Coach Hamilton and catch up with them. So that made my whole weekend that weekend.
You have a pretty good team. Watching them 3 games this weekend. You have some places where you can improve, but you got 3 or 4 guys that can really play.
Yeah, we've got some upside, but we didn't play very well this weekend, and that's what happens. You don't play well, you get beat. So it's certainly stuff we can improve on. There's time we've showed plenty of flashes of it this year, but it's consistency, able to bring that effort and the same focus every day.
From your camps with Coach Whitaker, what's the one thing, if there is one thing, that you take with you when you're coaching?
I just remember whatever you're doing, you better be doing it 100% and doing it the right way. Right. And so that's how I was always coached like that coming up. And then even when I got into pro ball, I had some coaches like that. So that's the kind of coaching I enjoyed, was someone who was going to be firm and say, no, that's right or wrong. Like, give it to me black and white.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one quick question. When you compare college and the pros, what's the biggest difference between the two?
Well, you play a lot more games in the pros.
Right.
I mean, if you're in the minor leagues, you're playing 140 on top of about 20 or 30 in spring training. So it's the playing every day. College, you're playing midweek, then you play 3 on the weekend, and
sure.
Professionally, you're usually playing 7 days a week. So just the everyday grind of it,
yeah.
and you're getting the best of the best once you get
sure.
in pro ball. Everybody was a good college player that's in pro ball, and it was just everybody that was in college was a good high school player. Sure. So it's it's as much of a mental game as it is a physical game.
I see. But it's remarkable that you made it. As Coach Whitaker said, a first-round draft choice, played for the Reds. I mean, you check all the boxes if you're a baseball fan around here.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, it was fun. That's all I ever wanted to do was play baseball. So I was, blessed and fortunate enough to be able to do it for a while. And, I get a bigger kick out of coming back here and watching these guys play and my kids play. So, it's a little more nerve-wracking because you don't have as much control of it when you're not on the field, but it's a lot of fun.
All right, well, appreciate you coming by, Austin, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Good luck to y'all, too.
All right, thanks a lot.
Coach, thank you so much for coming down.
Yeah,
I hope you come
Enjoyed
back.
it. Absolutely.
Glenn,
Remember, next Friday,
yes, good to
alumni
see you
night.
guys. Thank you all. Always great to see these guys.
But, the pedigree of the type of players that come out of this community is just remarkable because we're not the biggest.
You're right.
We don't have the most people, but over the last 40, 50 years, you and give Mr. Snowpeck credit too, have built an empire, something where teams like to play us because they know that everything like it has been this weekend, class all the way, 100%.
Unbelievable situation that we've got here. I mean, we don't have a concession stand. We've got a restaurant up there.
Right.
And we got people working and all the parents that help out and the gate workers and Brad and Scott, Dave, Scott Fields helping out all weekend and, got fans everywhere. And it's just a great feeling to have a situation where we have this, the sponsors that we have in Santana. Look at our signs out there.
Oh, yeah.
We got so many sponsors. The hospital sponsored the tournament this weekend. We've got the new dentist sponsoring alumni night next week, Mr. Friendly, and we just got a situation in Harrison County that support us so much, and they like what we do and how we do it, and I hope we can continue that. And I got to give our kids, it's a tough weekend. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
All the foul balls they chase between games and all day long and 4 games and staying up here, and we took this weekend as a challenge for a preparation for the regional tournament. 3 tough games, 3 quality teams.
Right.
Got to play. Got to have the mental toughness to go in there and compete. 3 days in a row and 3 games in a row, and arms get tired, and you get tired mentally. I'm exhausted. I'm really beat right now. But to keep those guys in that kind of focused, is a preparation for what we've got to do to compete and win 3 games in the regional tournament. And so this was a good learning experience for us. We saw some good pitching this week.
Yes, we did.
We saw the Newport Catholic pitcher was phenomenal for 4 innings. It was amazing. But that's why we do it. We want to play that. The only way we can get prepared is to see it, and you got to find people that can do it like that, and it'll help us down the road and put our kids in a situation. Every kid up and down our lineup, we feel like they can get the job done.
Yeah.
And then we've got a couple that just need to, need more at bats, and we've got a good team. It's hard to get them, but every time we put them in, they do something good.
Right.
So we had a good weekend and good situation, and what a game Cooper played.
Oh yeah.
Pitch, when he can pitch like that, Cooper, throws the ball 80 mile an hour, 78 mile an hour. But there's no better pitcher in the state.
No.
I mean, he controls the game. We control the count. You never have to worry about walking people. He can build his position. I mean, it's just tremendous to have somebody like that on the field for you. And our kids realize that, and they play so good behind him. Have you seen outfielders make plays like we made? I mean, we work at it like crazy, but they made some great plays out there, and tough plays. And I'm just really happy for them all, and I'm happy that they could have a great year like this and great senior season, and they've got a lot left, and hopefully we can get better. We're not as good as we need to be, but we're getting. We still do things wrong. We had a runner get picked off by a lefty because of things happen, and you got to hope that you can learn from them, and it doesn't happen when it really means something.
Right.
We went back to the pitcher. We're having trouble with a couple of things like that, but that's picky. Look at all the great things that happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to congratulate the kids, and I'm proud of them, and we can take this. We got a tough game Monday, district game against Nicholas County, and you got to be mentally into it. We get a day off tomorrow and get right back at it Monday, and it's the next game up, and that's the most important one. We go out there and play it, and we can continue to have a great year, and hopefully the kids can get better.
The one thing that's more impressive to me than anything else with this team is timely hitting. I said during the broadcast, we've had some really good teams. I mean, state tournament teams that didn't have very good timely hitting.
That's right.
But this bunch, basically 1 through 8 or 1 through 9, can come up with big hits at the right time, so you don't have to worry about, if we can just get to Donovan or we can just get to Russ.
3 or 4, most teams, you get to their 2, 3, 4 hitters, and then you can coast.
Right.
Boy, you can't do that.
No.
You know, our kids are, you know, are good ball players and very aggressive, and even the ones that we bring in extra, you know, they're waiting their turn and they're in there swinging, and it's a good situation right now. It really feels good to coach these kids right now.
Yeah, well, I know you've mentioned that many times,
really
that the dugout is different this year than the last few years.
When the kids get along and they're focused and they're helping each other and they're pulling for each other, and everybody's doing their job and everybody's putting the pressure on the next guy to do their job. And when you do that, you can have a good, successful program. And I feel like that's what we got, is a program, not just a team.
And it all goes back to your seniors.
I agree. They've been fantastic, leadership-wise and playing baseball-wise.
Right.
I mean, just both. You know, it takes a combination of both. And it takes for a pitcher to have that much confidence that the defense is going to make plays.
Right.
You go out there and don't worry about it, and you make them hit it, and we'll make the plays for them. And when you get your 7, 8, 9 hitters contributing, when you do your bunts and steals and first to third on a bunt, and I mean, you got some talent out there. They're players, and we had a great weekend, and I thank all the parents for all the work they've done and all the sponsors, and I appreciate their effort, and everybody gets a day off, and we'll come back at it and start again Monday.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Jim, thank you for coming up here all weekend and doing this and
glad to
being
be here.
a part, and I hope you got a good bologna sandwich there, and you can take it home with you.
I'll eat it as soon as I get in the door.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Jim.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Harrison County head baseball coach Mike Whitaker after Harrison County's impressive 10-0 win over a good West Jessamine club. Yeah, they got some youngsters and some ways to go, but they still have some good players nonetheless. And Harrison County able to shut them out 10-0 in 5. As far as our Judy Construction Company player of the game, gosh, you got to give it to Cooper. I mean, God, he just pitched so fantastically today. Gives up just one base runner. Complete game shutout. Should have figured out this before. 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts in a 5-inning game. And right now, Cooper has got to be considered one of the best pitchers in the state, because he is rocking it right now, and doesn't do it by having a 90-mile-an-hour fastball or an 80-mile-an-hour fastball. It's because of location. He is, I'm not going to say another Tom Glavine or anything like that, but he gets the job done, and that, in the end, is the most important thing of all. So congratulations to Cooper Slade, our Judy Construction Company player of the game. As Coach mentioned, our next game, it'll be on Monday when we'll host Nicholas County. That's a game that was postponed from earlier this year because of rain. So now we're going to play it for real, and I don't think there's any rain in the forecast. It's an important district game. And like I talked about when we played over at Carlisle a week ago or so, do not take Nicholas County lightly. They're a very young team right now. I get that. But Josh Earlywine does a fantastic job with those kids, and they will be ready to play, so we're going to have to come with our A game if we want to win. So come on up to the Hilltop. That's a 5:15 start on Monday, and then we'll play Bishop Brossard on Tuesday, also a home game, to finish up what is right now an 8-game homestand. Want to thank my engineer back at the station, Ed Lewis, for doing a great job. And as always, want to thank all of our sponsors, because without their help, we would not be able to get Harrison County High School baseball on the air. So from the Hilltop, in the 2026 edition of the Harrison Memorial Hospital Baseball Invitational, in game number 3 that we played this weekend, your final score for the final time in 5 innings, Harrison County 10 and West Jessamine nothing. Good evening, everyone.